Step 10, Master Step, Stand-to-Stand Bridges. We've reached the master step of the bridge series, the stand-to-stand bridge. A stand-to-stand bridge is just what the name suggests. You go from standing back into a bridge, then push up into the standing position again. So half this technique involves something you've already seen on this DVD, the previous step, the closing bridge. After performing a closing bridge, instead of sitting down and standing up again, you just push yourself back into the standing position. This sounds simple, but it's far from easy. Performing stand-to-stands correctly requires total body strength, high-level suppleness in the front and back of your body, good balance and coordination, and considerable strength flexibility in the shoulders. It even heals old aches and pains that slow you up. Despite the massive importance of all these qualities, bridging in the West is neglected to the point where, at least outside prison walls, it's virtually a forgotten art. Once you can perform this exercise, you can count yourself as 1 in 10,000 athletes. Before you start, you need to take the proper safety precautions you took for closing bridges. You need to establish the area you are training in is safe. For at least the distance of your own height behind the point where you'll be standing, make certain your training area is clear and safe. No sharp objects to hurt your hands or spine, and definitely no table edges to clonk your skull on. If falling is a real concern, you can always pad out the area behind you with blankets, pillows, or cushions. Confidence is a big part of success in learning stand-to-stands, so do whatever you personally need to do to feel confident and safe. But a safe area won't help if you use poor technique. Remember to perform this exercise under muscular control. It's not meant to be explosive. Stand-to-stands don't require momentum to help you get back up. If you've learned closing bridges incorrectly by falling back onto your hands, this is going to seem rough, maybe even impossible to you. But if you've learned to get to the floor using strength, flexibility, and by shifting your center of gravity down and forwards, then this shouldn't pose too much of a problem, because all you're doing is reversing the feeling and technique of a closing bridge. You have to be able to do this shift to fully understand what I mean. Basic posture. Your posture should be natural with the feet about shoulder width apart. Place your hands on your hips. Relax your breathing and try to breathe normally throughout the exercise. Negative. Push your hips forwards as you simultaneously arch your spine. When your hips are as far forward as possible with fairly straight legs, begin bending your knees and keep shifting your gravity forward. As you do this, draw your chin up and look towards the wall behind you. Continue arching until you can see the floor a few feet behind you. Once you can see a place to put your hands, take your hands off your hips and begin to bring them up over your shoulders. Continue shifting your gravity forward as your hands move beyond your head and place your palms on a point you can see. It's important to place your hands on the floor under full control. Don't just fall back onto your hands. Once your hands are secure, lean back and put some of your body weight through your hands and fingers. Straighten your arms and legs as much as possible. Arch your back and push your hips as high as you can. You will now be in a full bridge hold on the floor. Positive. Shift your center of gravity forward by pushing up through the arms while pressing your hips up and forward. Continue until more of your weight is going through your legs and less through your hands. If you need to take mini steps forwards with your hands as you go, do it. Keep going until your palms aren't needed anymore and lift off the floor. Continue the gravity shift as you straighten your spine a little and flip your arms back over your head. Place your arms by your side and pull your chin down to its normal position. Draw in the hips and straighten the legs and body until you're back in the starting position again.